Hello, everyone. This is Angela.
And this is Byron.
And we are Couples versus Couples.
And due to the coronavirus pandemic, we're going to start doing our interviews from video conferencing. After the coronavirus pandemic is over, we'll go back to our face-to-face interviews. Thank you. Remember, like and subscribe.
So thank you guys for showing up. And I want to introduce our guest. We have Sharina and Whitney. Can you wave for me? Monique and Renzo. Oh, wait a minute. Where's Renzo?
Renzo's asleep.
He's asleep.
Yeah.
Steve and Shanae.
Hello.
Hey.
All right. And this is Couples versus Couples. Basically, we're going to talk about some real deep things with these couples, and they're going to give us their insight on their relationships.
Because we're deep.
And we're going to keep everything clean and PG for everyone.
Not PG-13.
I think I can probably answer for both, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll
you'll
see.
be fine.
You'll be fine. Right now, we want to talk about, just like introduce, like start with Sharina and Whitney. Just tell us how long you guys been together and stuff like that.
It's been a year and 3 months.
Longer than that.
No,
Tell me, this is marriage.
we weren't even together.
No, this is messing around.
We didn't have no title.
I was
It already started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when we got married.
Okay,
so,
look, we married 3 months.
yeah.
So about a year and 3 months is how long you guys been together.
Yes.
Okay. Steve and Shanae.
It seems longer than that.
You gonna tap me? Seems like forever. Since wow, we was friends first, and then probably since
Like 15, 14, 15 years.
15 going on, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow, long time. And Monique and missing Renzo.
I've been knowing Rizzo for 19 years. And 2006, that's when we were actually like official. That's when he 2000. So 2007 when he moved back here.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
Been married for 8.
All right. And me and Angela have been together for about 7 years.
Mhm.
7 years? Okay. I didn't want to say the number. She'd be like, hey, 7 years, 6.5 or something like, I don't know. All right. So first discussion, because all of us has professions, we work. And I know right now, because we're doing this virtually, we're all affected by the coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
How is it affecting you guys? I know how it's affecting us because I don't really work. Angela is healthcare, so she does work. But how's it affecting you guys? And anyone can start off.
Me and Sharina have been, I'm out. I work in a restaurant, so of course, yeah, it sucks. Because I'm at home now doing nothing and she gets to go to work and get out the house for any reason. But we've both been tapping back into our art. So it's beneficial for the both of us because we really haven't been painting or drawing or anything like that in a while. So now we have paintings. Yeah, so really, no, I think that's one way me and her connected anyways is by art. So it's basically us reconnecting.
Oh, for me, well, yeah, on my side with real estate, yes. I'm still getting clients because right now, even though, the question I always get is, how is the market? Last week, people were asking, like, is the prices going down? I'm like, no, not yet. Like, it just happened. I just tell them, for those who I know who were looking to get houses at one time who really couldn't afford it because it was price of houses was so much, I'll reach out to those down the line once they go down. But it's hard to tell right now if the prices will go down because people are still buying them. And a lot of people compare right now based on 09. And the thing is with 09, the way everything was just financed was totally different. So I'm trying to explain to them that was the biggest thing of people losing houses. because they were approved for stuff that they wasn't supposed to be approved of.
Exactly.
So I'm just trying to, for me is more educating them, but yet still trying to get clients because I'm considered essential. So I still go out and show houses and stuff like that. But it's just trying to let
Essential.
people know.
Okay. Essential.
Still let-
Essential. Making a tea.
But Renzo, he's still working. He was thinking that when they first started talking about it, they were saying that they would probably be off for like 2 weeks. But when he talked to his boss right now, they're still gonna be working because they still got to build houses and stuff too.
They
So I
hiring?
guess they cut everything off, and that's when they would have to stop.
They hiring?
I don't know because he said the other day I had to ask him because I know the other day he was saying something about they were saying they wasn't gonna hire no more, but I verified with him.
Okay.
You got your CDLs?
I was joking.
You could get them.
I don't need you co-signing for I don't need you co-signing for my extracurricular work.
But I do know that he was also saying too, like if it ever came back to it, he would just go back to doing. Cause he started off doing waste management. He'll go back to that 'cause they always gonna need that.
Yeah, they always gonna need that. Yeah. All right. What about you, Steve and Shanae?
Well, we're still working. I'm on spring break right now. So I work from home right now. So I have to do all of my lessons online. So I record my lessons and send them to my students, and I do Google Meets with them and like Zoom meetings with them to teach them lessons and stuff. So this week I'm off, but other than that, I'm working until they tell us that we can go back to school and open the schools back up, which will be at the end of April.
And
Okay.
I have to go in. I run a manufacturing plant, and fortunately / unfortunately, it is an air filtration manufacturing plant. So we are providing a lot of, if you think about like the carbon media that's in your water filters or bread filters or whatever, we make that for gas-based filtration. So for air filtration, we're sending a lot of media to China. We're sending a lot of stuff overseas, a lot of stuff around the U.S. We make customized equipment, customized air filtration units. So our business has doubled. Even though we were already doing very well, it has doubled, especially what we've been sending to China. So, and just last Friday, some of our media got approved that was tested that actually kills coronavirus, and 99.9% of all viruses are in contact. So
Yeah.
new equipment and stuff we're gonna be building. So I'll never.
Can you send me one?
That's good.
I know. Can we get some of that? So I work as a mortgage broker and a financial coach. So somewhat it's essential, but because of the market, it's a lot less essential because they're not treating mortgages like they did in 2009 when they're, it's a little different. Mortgages is getting left out in the field. So we're going to see what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks with that. But the good thing about it is I do financial coaching. So I'm at least building people up to be able to buy a house, in the future. And I don't have to worry about getting out of the game, fully. In addition to doing legacy planning like life insurance and stuff like that. But this young lady here.
Yeah. So I work in healthcare. So of course I have work, steady work. The unfortunate part is not having the proper PPEs.
What is PPEs?
So, protective equipment.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
Personal.
Yeah.
Personal.
So, but yeah, I stay busy.
Yeah. All right. That's good. So now that I know I'm locked down, I don't really go anywhere anyways if it wasn't locked down, but what do you guys do?
Grocery store.
Yeah, that's true.
We used to go to the grocery store. Now it's no waste of time. So,
Yeah.
but I usually watch Netflix and try to build some kind of website or something. I don't know. YouTube, increase my mental. What are you guys doing? Other than, I know since you guys are going to work though, so you guys don't really have that extra time. Seeing that Renzo sleep, he's working, and then he's coming home, and he's tired, so he don't have time to be on the computer playing.
You wouldn't have been saying that no way. But
So we don't even want to use the phone.
For me, I'm just learning how to do things more online. So I've been doing a lot of my consultations and stuff like this, talking with people. Right now, I'm working on doing my virtual home buy seminar, so I'm working on my presentation side of it. Because that's still, at the end of the day, you still got to try to get the clients, because that's the only way we survive is trying to find clients. So it's kind of like, one thing I do like was with Keller Williams, they've been preparing for this for a while. They actually have a book called Shift. So they've been preparing, they just didn't know when it was gonna happen. So they've actually, the new system that they actually came out with last year, that it's a lot of, because with real estate, usually you have to have so many different companies you have to go through to get everything that you need. And so what Keller Williams has done, he put billions of dollars into coming up with our own, it's like our website, but also like our database backhand, and we kind of can do just about anything from it. So what he's telling us to do now is just to reach out to those other companies and cut those costs out. And that's what he's telling everybody to do, as far as all the agents, like go through all your expenses and see what you need and what you don't need.
Yeah. I think, this time of year, or this particular situation, is going to teach people how to truly budget, whether it's a business or personal, because I mean, you're strapped for cash. Well, most of us are strapped for cash. And even if you have credit, you still don't want to have that bill at the end of the month. So what about you guys? I know you guys are working, so Stephen, Shanae, so you guys have the same
board
routine.
games and stuff a lot, because like that week they called off school on a Thursday, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the girls literally didn't leave the house from like one Thursday to the next Friday. And so I ended up putting them in the car and we just went driving around. But Tamia is very like scared of it. Like she doesn't even want to like touch stuff that's outside. So like she's very nervous about it. Tierra not as much. And then we went to Target and we all had to wear face masks that Steve gave us. And Tamia wasn't about that life, so she'd rather stay in the house. She'd rather stay in the house than walk around with face mask on, because she was like, people are looking at me, and she's trying to dodge and hide in the aisles. So,
but everyone should be having face masks.
House. So we've been trying to do like arts and crafts, and we probably play some kind of game every night.
They don't like playing Uno with me.
Yeah, so we've been playing Uno, we've been playing Taboo, we've been drawing pictures, we've been doing like what's Heads Up, different games and stuff to try to entertain them, because they're bored, because they're used to like being out. And like even for me, like this week I feel more relaxed, because last week and the week before I'm trying to help them with their schoolwork, but I'm also teaching. So I'm trying to pay attention to what they need to do and get done, because between the both of them, that's 12 different teachers I have to interact with and look after. And then I have my own students and their parents are texting me and, can you call me? And I don't know how to get on this. And so it's just very stressful. So I'm hoping that the virus like disappears soon so we can go back to school, because I feel like I work harder working from home than if I was able to go into my school, because I'm trying to teach the parents how to do something and the kids how to do something. So it's very frustrating.
Please
and
teach
you
these
have
parents.
your own kids that you're trying to make sure that they're keeping up with their work and stuff like that too. And they're taking their work as grades. So like if they forget to turn something in, that's a 0.
Ooh.
And so because they're still learning new things, like they've been taking tests and everything. So it's trying to make sure that they're understanding it. And then they're in middle school and high school. So Tamia's in geometry, and I hated math. So I'm like, what's the answer? And then Tierra's in middle school. So like their work is a little bit above what I do every day teaching 3rd grade. So
yeah, that's a lot.
Well, with Zorian, he just always want to be on the go still.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I mean, I see him. I mean, does he ever stay home?
He like the last couple of days he's been home. Like he didn't go to practice yesterday, because yesterday was the first day using this little school biology thing, which crashed for a little while. And then today they had practice at 4. So just to kind of keep, either that or he'll be at the door playing or running around the neighborhood. He's just so used to being active till he just being in the house. So he has to, but other than that, he's fine. One thing I'm learning from this situation is that I feel like it's bringing more families together.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you have to kind of spend time with everybody. You know?
You're kind of forced.
Yeah, because it's like,
darn, gotta spend time with these people.
Yeah, because everybody is locked down. Like, and up here, I don't know about down there, but up here, they finding people like thousands of dollars if they catch you out and about, because it's like people just don't care. Like they catching people, groups of 300 or 400 people at the park just chilling.
I'm trying to figure out why they doing this anyways. I mean,
they think it's a joke.
Yeah, until they get it.
I mean, in our county alone, there's 1 million people. Plus, you know, then there's actual Atlanta and all of those places. So that have more people than us. So it's just like people. I went somewhere today. I went to McDonald's to get the girl something. And it was so many cars still driving around doing stuff. The police was at the nail shop because I think they were still open, even though they're supposed to be shut down.
Getting nails.
Oh, people still getting their nails done.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I want
the worst place to
my
get
hair done.
My hair need to be done.
Oh, you got your hair done too?
I want mine done. It ain't done.
I want mine done. I need to find somebody to do my hair. My sides are finally out, and I got an afro, and I'm sitting there like, I can't. What am I supposed to do?
the pandemic didn't change my hairstyle.
I'm looking at my clippers.
Age
I
did.
might end up looking like you after this.
Age changed mine though. That's just called, going bald. So I had no choice. All right, we're gonna shift gears.
Sharina won't hazard pay.
What you say?
Huh?
Sharina wants hazard pay because she works in Publix.
Yeah.
Oh, I want it too.
Hold on. What do you touch the customers?
Well, she don't have to touch
I
it.
have to have some type of contact with the customers.
So not really.
Oh no, we get real close to them. Right now, it's like so many cases. I'm not supposed to speak on too much, but it's spreading around with the employees and stuff. But just gotta be careful.
You wear masks and stuff and gloves?
We're not allowed to wear.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's just.
You're not allowed to wear a mask?
No.
And you can wear gloves though, right? Because up here they wear gloves.
Yeah, we wear gloves. We always wear gloves,
But you work in
masks,
the deli though, right?
as if they like welcome inside the store, so they don't want us to work.
Up here they go in Kroger, they're gonna put up divider things for the cashiers and the customer.
Mm-hmm.
So do you got to pay like cult dues at that place? Because they talking about no wear a mask. Everybody else passing out. Yeah, we can't wear a mask. Come on, that sounds like a cult.
Yeah. Well, it's life.
All right, so these are gonna be two questions, but it's gonna be two different questions, but it's gonna be related to the same thing. What is one thing that you dislike about the pandemic lockdown? And the next one is gonna be, what is one thing you enjoyed about the pandemic lockdown?
I'm a social butterfly. I mean, besides having hair, it just makes me realize even more like I don't have any friends or family out here. So I don't have any excuse to go visit anybody, talk to anybody, just to get out of being in the house alone for so long. So it sucks a little bit. She gets, go out and she already made friends at her job and stuff like that. So I'm like, I just met people at my job, like literally just started working. And to be shut down is kind of like, well, that just cut me off from having, an escape. But only thing I really like is, I guess, is forcing me to either pick up a book, paint, or do something else versus staying on social media all day, frying my brain, doing something extracurricular that I haven't really been doing. Because I'm either working too much or I'm lazy. And I'm eating too much too. I want to eat right now.
Yeah.
Me, I just don't want to go to work. I'm kind of tired of working. I want to break.
I'm with you.
So I'm kind of a little bit jealous because people are like off right now, and then I have to still work extra hours, and it's like more people coming inside the grocery store because they don't have nothing to do. I'm one of those people that you do that. You do that in Walmart. So yeah, I just really want like a break for a little while. It's not that expensive.
That is expensive.
But the plus about it is I'm getting a little bit more time to paint because there's nothing else to do. I can't go nowhere. I can't go out. Can't even go to the beach. So yeah, I got time to paint and explore myself in the art field a little bit more.
Nice. Yeah. Well, for us, I get jealous because she gets to go to work, especially on like a Saturday, and work 16 hours.
I don't know why.
I'm really jealous of that. So jealous. When she wakes up like 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm just really jealous that I don't get to wake up that early. No, but it's not a good thing that she has to wake up early, and hopefully we'll be changing that to provide the market comes back. But that's my dislike of that. I can't work as much as I want, and my like is that it's the same as I've been doing because nothing really changed for me. I was already doing the exact same thing, you know. Now I just don't have to worry about other people.
Yeah. And my dislike is that I have to get up, go to work. I felt that way even before this pandemic, but I get jealous because I see him in bed sleeping and I'm just like, dang, you know, like I wish I could be in the bed sleep, but.
Well, you can.
You know, yeah, I mean, I could quit.
But you're essential.
Yeah, I don't want to be
essential.
What I don't like about this situation is there's no toilet paper.
Oh, yeah.
Like your basic needs that used to always be available, you can't find it, you know? And it's like now we have like 8 rolls of toilet paper and we're like, where are we going to go to get toilet paper? Because you can't get it on Amazon, Walmart.com.
And that's how we used to shop.
Target.
We only shopped online. So
yeah.
Now we got to go to the store to get toilet paper. Like, really?
And they don't have it there either.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or you got to go really early.
Or you got to go stand in line.
And I'm not that kind
hours,
of person.
You know.
You know.
And before all this happened, I was like a homebody anyway. So, you know, chilling at home, watching Netflix, Hulu, I'm fine with that, you know, so.
See, I'm
there's
young.
no change.
Young.
Nothing changed.
She old. I'm young. I need to be out.
Oh, we're young too.
Speak for yourself. I'm young.
Yeah.
Just gonna be on the elevator.
Well, for me, okay, what is it? Dislike?
Yeah, dislike.
Like and dislike.
Well, one thing I do like is I've been actually getting a little bit more rest because I don't have to wake up as early.
Yeah.
So I get like, even with me just being like another hour and a half sleep, it's been a lot. I do feel as though I'm getting a little bit lazier though. So
yes,
just getting myself motivated because I'm so used to like dropping Zoran off to school, going to work and like starting my day. Where now I feel like I don't really start until almost 10 o'clock. You know, and then it's like out. Like last night I was up to 12 o'clock. I'm trying to finish work because I started.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I kind of like. But for me, it's just. You know, you're in that time for me with doing, and all of mine is going to be real estate because I was just getting to where I was starting to get more clients. Now I feel like I have to work even harder to keep people motivated.
Right.
So, you know, because it's almost kind of like starting over again type thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And just not really knowing what's going to happen, you know, on a pray, but you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
One thing that I dislike is even though I consider myself like a homebody, like I like to be home and I like to cook and bake and I'm like a domestic like that, but I'm getting irritated that's all. I feel like that's all I do. Like, you can't,
That was
like, what's wrong with you?
that was a chore.
I say, all I do is clean up.
And I cooked tonight.
Yay!
You should have said that tonight. Where's Lorenzo at?
Well, Rizzo happy because Rizzo been coming home and able to eat. Before, he used to be the one cooking.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Even though I like doing that stuff, I feel like that's all I do, because it's like we usually leave the house at like 6:30 in the morning to go to school, and we get back about 4 or 5. So like we're not usually eating every meal at home. But like I find myself even making like little stuff for lunch and all of that, and it's just annoying. And then I also feel like that's going to work is like my outlet, where I get to talk to people who are grown. So because Steve works all the time. So, and then I guess one thing I like is like I like playing games and stuff with the kids in the evening and stuff like that. So.
For me, I guess one thing I dislike is having to go into work. I have 70% of my plant pretty much working from home, just to keep the number of people down so that reduce the risk of the virus spreading inside the plant. But I still have to be there, so that sucks. And with us having to produce more, it's back to not quite back to how it was with Christmas and Thanksgiving, where I was working literally all day trying to get projects done to go over to Russia. But it's getting there because we've added on another shift of people. So I get phone calls and text messages in the middle of the night. It's just nonstop. I guess the one, and also my stocks and 401k just, plummeted. I hate that. So I would rather be at home so I could actually trade stocks and not just look at my account go down negative while I'm at work. But I guess one thing I do like is it seems like I've been in food manufacturing my entire career until I started working for this air filtration company when I moved back from Memphis last year. And I guess it's kind of a blessing in disguise because now I'm working in a business that is needed even more, especially with this virus and stuff going around. So we have new units that's going to hospitals, waste treatment plants, just all over the place. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise to be able to help out, not only other states, other countries.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And now that you say that too, that was one of the things I told Renzo, because Renzo was kind of like, he thought he was going to be off for 2 weeks, but I'm like, at the end of the day, at least you have somewhere to go, because some people don't.
Yeah.
Right.
So we complain about it, but yet you just kind of look at it as, what? Yeah, but it's a blessing because there's some people who don't have nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And someone like me who's building a business and have different aspects of the business that I'm, growing, this time shut down like 80% of all the aspects of my business. So it's like now I'm just like, what direction should I go? And I came from being essential prior, I was a case manager for foster care and stuff like that. So I was very essential, but I don't miss that aspect of it at all. I'll take this loss for now, I don't think it's affecting us. It's affecting us in the sense of we don't have more money than we want to have because we want to buy some things, but we okay because there's some people in my neighborhood that aren't okay.
Right.
I think physically it's affecting us because we're bored. Well, I'll speak for me. I'm eating a lot more because just like.
Now hold on.
What?
She just said nothing changed for us. She's been the same schedule.
No, but I feel like I'm eating more now just because, okay, I'm bored. There's nothing to do. Let me go to the fridge and get something to eat, But other than that, I don't think it's really affecting us that much.
I know it affects
Other
us.
than the toilet paper thing. That's a big issue.
We know you need your toilet paper, girl.
Yes.
We got some toilet paper down here in Health Public. We'll send you some. Look, we got plenty of it.
Wow.
Yeah, let me drive over to West Palm and get some of that. All right. So I sent you guys a poll, but I don't think you guys saw it. And the question was, would you rather? Now, it said, would you rather have an 800 credit score or $1 million?
Oh, that's easy.
Right now?
Tax free?
Huh?
I know right now.
Tax free 1 million, or you get a 500 credit score.
No, 800.
No,
800.
1 million with a 500 credit score, or 800 credit score, $0.
$1 million help you build your credit score though?
Do what you got to do. I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So I would say the correct answer is the credit score of the 800, because with that, you know, if you got an 800 credit score, you can basically get whatever you want without necessarily having high interest rate or anything, or, you know, very, very low with it. So, but I would love to have that $1 million too, because I could pay everything off and have some money in the bank, and then I get my credit repaired.
See, what you said made sense because you are a consumer and you think about, I need a credit score to buy something. But if you had $1 million, if you invest half, you'll never have to worry about the rest. Because I don't need a credit score to buy nothing. Because if you think about it, you only need a credit score to get credit. If you got the money, you don't need anything else. And guess what? If you would have bought it in this pandemic and bought a house for $500,000, guess what you're doing? You got a $500,000 house free and clear, no mortgage payment. But if you got an 800 credit score and you finance a $500,000 house and then no money ain't coming in, now you lost possibly a $500,000 home. So I will always choose money over credit because credit can come later.
Me too.
Yeah.
Or
Credit score.
I pay the loan people, the student loans. I hate them.
And especially right now, because we're in this pandemic right now, so the market is down, but it's going to take back off. And this is getting close to that perfect time to start buying stocks.
Right.
So that when it takes off, I mean, it's going to be ridiculous.
How much you would talk? See, that's the thing. I don't know nothing about stock. How much you would charge? How much is it to buy stock? How much do you have?
It depends on what type of stock you eat.
I was telling her to invest in like the airlines, because a lot of people are talking about American Airlines are starting to go down a little bit. And that's one place you really want to invest in. When they start, like, I'm going to look into that one, because, you know, as soon as it's all lifted up, everybody's going to I got to get out. I got to do something. Everybody's going to need to travel. So especially they keep trying to stay. There's so many different theories out there. First is like, we're basically taking month by month, but every single country is like, no, we need to stay in the house for a year or until the end of the year, till August or July or something. So it's kind of like, how long are we actually going to be here?
The last discussion, and it kind of goes with 800 and 100, 800 credit score into 1 million. Do you believe, and this is what we're going to see from the couples, how they're going to, except for Renzo, can money buy happiness?
No. Renzo say it all the time.
Can money buy happiness?
Money brings problems.
Always say this, money, this is my thing. Money buys freedom to be happy. But that's about it. It can't make you be happy. Her view of it is always temporary happiness, because she's thinking about the things that she's gonna get to make her happy.
Materialistic.
But so if money can't buy happiness, then why are so many people chasing money?
It's not even just about chasing money. It's more about, they don't want the stress. They want financial freedom. They want free will. They want to do whatever they want without having to stress, oh, this bill is due. Am I going to have enough money for it? Like, we're living in an age where back in the day, they didn't have this type of stress. They stayed at one job for 10 to 25 years or more, retired, and live life like it was nothing. For us nowadays, we come right out of school and it's, oh, student loans. Oh, you gotta pay these bills. You gotta pay so much to get a car, and then you have to pay on that car, and then you have issue with the car. It's just like all we have to always stressing about is more money. In order to live, to truly enjoy life, we feel like we have to have money. It's for us who can't sit there and go outside and think, oh, I'm just gonna go to the beach without thinking, oh, I need a chair, I need drinks or food or something before I go to this beach, a swimsuit, like all that. We don't really know how to appreciate life as is without having some type of money to feel comfortable enough to enjoy it. So I feel like I want to be happy, but I can't without feeling I'm financially stable.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And like my thing is, I don't have to be rich. I just want to be comfortable and be able to do fun things.
Right.
Like I don't have to be like a millionaire or anything like that, but I want to be able to like have all the things people want, like house, a car. And it doesn't have to be like the best house, the best car, but just be able to say it's like yours. And just know that like at night when you go to bed, all your stuff is there. Ain't nobody gonna come take it.
Yeah, that's that freedom.
Yeah. And I think that that's why people care so much about money. And then people tie like your success to your money.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So I feel like even like as a teacher, you can have a whole bunch of degrees, but you still make less money than other people who might have a higher, a lesser degree than you. And I think that it's just like, because it's a field that's filled with women, so we still get paid based off of that. I think if it was more male teachers, then we probably would make more money, because people still think like the man is the head of the household. So jobs that are male driven usually make more, even if it's like a skill trade type job. So I think that's part of it, but people equate like your success and all of that to what you have and the things that you have. Because I know people who got like, I'm like, how do you afford all this stuff? But you like on HUD.
I think kind of like what Sinead was saying, it's just like you want to be free. You want to be able to say, because when I was debt free before I started getting into real estate and got into debt, it was good because the only thing we had to really worry about was the bills. Now with me having all those credit card bills, it's like it puts you in a hole.
Yeah.
Right now I'm just constantly like working to try to pay minimum balances. That's not going anywhere. But then that's why I went underneath the debt consolidation program, even though it's gonna take 5 years. Taking the minimum payments through them, at least I can see it going somewhere, because if I wouldn't have did it, I've probably been paying on them cars for 20 years, paying way more than what it was worth. But I guarantee you this, after this time, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because I don't learn my lesson. Because I think I'm in more debt now than I was the first time I had credit card debt, because it wasn't as stressful. And I think sometimes when you are a couple, you tend to do like spend more.
Yeah. I mean, it's a mentality.
It ain't all the credit card mine.
but they're still shared.
Yeah, they're still. That's what I'm saying. So
it's community. Like, it's community property.
Yeah, and when you have that type of stress, it can bring tension in your relationship. So
yeah,
so you just try to so that's my biggest goal now, is to really try to get that money so I can pay that off or whatever. But like even with this, like I told Renata, at the end of the day, I'm always been protected of my credit score. I never really was late on anything. But as of now, I'm gonna make sure my house and the stuff I need, like the credit cards, is on the back of my mind now. If I can't pay, I want to make sure my house is paid for.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, gotta have somewhere to live.
So,
I would say, just from my perspective, just speaking about me personally, I think mine is more tied to goals. I work a lot. As you know, I've missed a lot of, I guess, the last couple Christmases or Thanksgivings, or since I graduated, and I'm an engineer and started working, I've always had to work a lot. And I'm at the point where I hate working for people So I'm trying to get to a level where not only be stable, but I can make enough that I can get out of this manufacturing world. I can do, day-to-day trade stocks and be comfortable and be able to take care of my family. And I think that's one of the reasons, because I've been working now. I've been there almost 10 months now, I guess, since I've been back from Memphis. And I'm getting ready to have my third boss. So the first boss, when I started there, they fired him after 2 months. They brought in me a new boss, the vice president of operations of the company. He left after 5 months after he screwed up everything. All right, so right now I report directly to the president of the company. And he told me 3 weeks ago, they're gonna bring in another VP of operations, yet I've been running the entire plant. So he's not even really giving me the opportunity, which, to be honest, before this whole pandemic, I was looking at getting out of here, because of it's always been that because I'm not Caucasian, I've always gotten to a peak level that I've not been able to break through. And so I'm trying to break through so I can get to that point where I can get out and either start my own business or have my own thing going on, because I hate having a boss.
Yeah. You're always gonna be limited. And I don't care what nobody says. When you got that color behind you or in front of you, you have some limitations, and people don't want to agree to it because there's people that overcome it. Overcoming it, we can still do that, but there's still a limitation. There's a wall that we have to go through first before we get there.
Right.
Coronavirus.
I was about to say that. Y'all keep coughing over there. I'm gonna have to disconnect that. I don't want that coming through this wireless. All right. So we are at the last part, which means I'm ending this. But I want to thank you guys for coming on, taking some time out of your day. Tell Renzo when he wakes up, in the morning, that I missed him. No. All right. I'm gonna let you guys eat, sleep, play, whatever you guys are gonna do.
You need to be on the bed because I gotta get up early.
I appreciate it.
All right, bye.
Bye.